For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this is the weekly news recap. Earlier this week, a social media page and a handful of its commenters started a rumor and stated that hit music channel 977 had discussed said rumor on the air and distributed it as fact. We here at Layton Media's Fergus Falls office have no such knowledge of this alleged broadcast. The rumor that the Viking Cafe in downtown Fergus Falls is moving locations and that we covered it on our stations is not true. As a media company, we take accusations of the validity of our news coverage very seriously. Misinformation has become a plague to the news world due to social media and the environment that has been designed for the internet. It is often believed that anyone can post anything on social media, and while there have been attempts by both social media companies and the government to regulate the content, that is still mostly true. Social media's ability to connect people instantly across the globe has allowed anyone with an internet connection to spread false or misleading information to everyone with just a few clicks. While it may sometimes seem like these issues mainly focus on a large scale, it happens locally on a small scale as well. That's why it's important for you, as a consumer of media, to be an active consumer, taking the time to check out the source of the information and what its sources are is critical to stopping the spread. All it takes is for one person to take a false story at face value and the misinformation becomes wide-reaching. Reach out to local news providers and see what they know. Even if they don't have a full answer immediately, they generally have the connections to get the truth. The internet can be a wonderful tool, and if we all stay alert and informed, then it will be. At around midnight on March 2nd, Jesse Aaron James Dietz was arrested during a traffic stop around mile marker 72 on I-94 near Dalton. When the trooper pulled Dietz over, he noticed a strong odor of marijuana, loose marijuana on the ground, and a large amount of cash when Dietz opened the glove box. Dietz denied there being marijuana in the vehicle, but acknowledged the loose marijuana and cigar butts in his ashtray, saying that he would empty cigars and fill them with the drug. The State Patrol searched the vehicle and located 12 grams of marijuana under the driver's seat. In the divider between the back seat and the trunk, they found several large bags of marijuana and a large bag of suspected hallucinogenic mushrooms. In the trunk, they located 2 more bags of mushrooms, totaling 400 grams, 11 more bags of marijuana, totaling 11.5 pounds, 4 jars of THC concentrate totaling 500 grams, and 2 THC vape cartridges. The trooper also located $2,460 in cash. Dietz was arrested and brought to the Ottertail County Detention Facility and is facing at least 4 counts of drug-related felony charges. The Fergus Falls Fire Department responded to the Wendell Fire Department's request for aid in stopping a wildfire on Sunday morning. The fast-paced fire was located in Western Township, just south of Orwell Dam, and was over 1,000 acres in size. The smoke from the fire traveled north to Fergus Falls during the afternoon, causing smoky conditions in town. The fire was contained by the end of the day on Sunday. At Monday's meeting, the Fergus Falls City Council listened to Molly Stoddard and Rudd Wasson speak about their request for the city to support the Prairie Wetlands Learning Center. The Learning Center is a staple of the Fergus Falls community, especially the education program run by the school district for 4th and 5th graders. Wasson, former president of Friends of the Prairie Wetlands Learning Center, began by explaining that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service have not been properly staffing the center. According to Wasson, before the current director, Joanne Ryan, was hired, the Learning Center was without a director for 3 years, and since then, the 3 education specialists have all retired and no one has been hired to replace them. Now there are only 2 staff members, Director Ryan and a maintenance worker, and Ryan is set to retire at the end of March. Due to the lack of staff, the center building has only been open 1 day a week for the last 2 years. Wasson says that there should be at least a director, an administrative assistant, a maintenance worker, and at least 2 education specialists. Stoddard, a private citizen who had previously worked at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and had spent 18 years of that time at the prairie wetlands, then highlighted that the Fish and Wildlife Service is obliged to provide staff for the Learning Center due to a formal, written partnership agreement between the department and the city of Fergus Falls. She then requested that the council prepare a resolution to be shared with the regional director of the Fish and Wildlife Service, as well as the area's congressman, to indicate the city's support of the service fully funding and staffing the Prairie Wetlands Learning Center. The council unanimously passed the resolution. Members of the community are encouraged to contact their members of Congress either by phone call or by mail to show their support for the Learning Center. At around 5 Tuesday evening, the Minnesota State Patrol responded to a fatal accident between a semi and a pickup truck in Chippewa County. The two vehicles collided at the intersection of Highway 7 and County Road 4 in Stoneham Township. The semi-driver, 59-year-old Timmy Tarnowski of Pelican Rapids, died at the scene. The driver of the pickup was treated at the Wilmer Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. At around 6:40 Tuesday evening, the Richland County Sheriff's Office received a call of a vehicle engulfed in flames about 3 miles south of Wahpeton on Highway 127. First responders quickly arrived and confirmed all occupants were out and safe. Personnel from the Dwight Volunteer Fire Department arrived and extinguished the flames. Officials say the fire appears to have emanated from the engine compartment and is most likely from a mechanical or electrical ignition source. The driver, a 41-year-old man, attempted to flee the scene on foot before being caught and arrested for an outstanding warrant. At around 8 Thursday morning, the Fergus Falls Police Department responded to an animal call coming from Lincoln School in Fergus Falls. According to officials, school staff caught the cat in their conference room. It is unknown who the owner of the cat is. The police department contacted Animal Control, who then removed the cat from the premises and brought it to the Humane Society of Otter Tail County. The development of the Hatchery Row in Battle Lake is going strong and could be nearing completion quite soon. The Hatchery Row development project has been in the works for years, but the unusually warm winter has allowed for more progress earlier in the year. Dan Thompson, project manager at CI Construction, says the project is coming along nicely. He says, quote, "We have a full complement of workers on site: electricians, heating and cooling, plumbing, fire protection, sheetrock hanging. The painting of the apartments will begin soon, followed by lighting, flooring, cabinets, plumbing fixtures, etc." End quote. Thompson says that completion of the project is anticipated in June or July. When completed, the Hatchery Row will be a multi-use 3-story facility featuring underground parking, commercial space, and apartments. For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this has been the Weekly News Recap. Subscribe to the KBRF Radio YouTube channel and tune in every Friday at 5 to stay up to date with local news. Get more news at KBRFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.